Welcome to week 6. You have officially rounded the bend and are on your way to reaching your goal. And what I want to do this week is basically toss another log on the fire underneath your ass so that you can reach the finish line in a blaze of glory. And what I want to talk about this week is the number one thing that most successful people attribute their success to. And this is tenacity. Being the last person standing. Never giving up no matter what is thrown in your path or what you have to do to achieve your goal. And this is so important because any kind of achievement in life is going to require friction. You don't get the glory without going through the fire, right? Like, think about it. Birthing a child is, not always the most pleasant experience, and you have to go through certain kinds of pain and growth spurts to have that happen. Same thing with birthing a business. You have to fail and look stupid and take risks and put yourself out there. Getting into an intimate relationship, you have to open up and hand your heart over to another carnivore, basically. Look at your stuff, not need to be right all the time. You have to face a lot of stuff and do a lot of growth, but the only way that you can grow is by pushing through these things. It's the very thing we're put on earth to do, basically. We talked about how when you arrive here, you come as this pure bundle of love and light and joy, and you're perfectly in the flow, and then you start taking on these subconscious beliefs and negative patterning that then you spend the rest of your life stripping away and hopefully growing and learning through. So without the opportunity to face these things, there would be no learning and there would be no growth. So tenacity is basically shifting your mindset from victim mode and falling prey to your excuses and the doubt and the fear and the worry, and understanding that it's there, that it's all a gift, that this is your opportunity to grow, and that wherever you are with your goal right now, if there are things that have been stopping you, big deal, they're just learning experiences. So it's not about giving up when the going gets tough. It's about learning from the tough things and moving through them anyway. And you got to remember that this is your one life. This is your only shot at being you in this world. And so there is an urgency to this. We tend to believe that, I'll just put it off for another day, or I'll just put it off for another week. And that adds up so fast. I am sure you are aware of this, right? You have to have some kind of urgency behind reaching your goal in order to keep this tenacity strong. And you've got to remember that you are going to die. We are all going to die. This is a finite situation we've got going on. So in order to live the kind of life that you so desire to live, you got to keep that in mind. Like, time is not finite. Time is running out. And the sooner you get off your ass and be tenacious and make this decision and take the risks and be your biggest, brightest self, the sooner you do that, the longer you get to live your life from this new frequency. So if you start today, right now, and you start raising your frequency and you really go for it, then every day after this day, you are going to be living a different life. That is awesome. That is really powerful. There is no reason to sit and struggle and stay in your comfort zone and wallow in mediocrity when you can literally change it on a dime. Right now. The past is the past. The future is not even part of your reality right now. It's all about the present. So especially if you've fallen behind on your goal, just get back on that train right now. I don't give a crap what happened. Like, start right now. Decide, okay, today is a new day and I am doing it right now. This week we're going to work on what's called your Goal Boost Sheet. And it's designed to help you, no matter where you are with your goal, it's designed to help you to toss that other log under the fire and rev things up around here. So if you are someone who is exactly where you thought you'd be with your goal, is there any way that you can sort of step it up and reignite that fire? Look at your high vibe sheet. Like, how can you raise your frequency? How can you get back into that feeling that you had when you first signed up and were like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to change the world, change my life. What's on your high vibe sheet that could ramp it up and make this an even more exciting and brilliant finish for you? If you're somebody who's ahead of the game and has found that you're actually kicking more ass than you had planned on all of your worksheets, what can you add to your goal? What extra thing could you tack on there that would make you feel like a gigantic superhero? If you're somebody who's changed your goal either at the beginning or midway through, what exactly do you need to do to achieve this new goal? And I want you to really remember what I just said about don't be getting down on yourself because you switched up and like right now, in this present moment, what do you need to do to achieve this new goal? And how excited can you get about this? Get really clear about it, feel into it, and make your list of exactly what you need to do to achieve this goal by the end of the program. And if you are somebody who has completely fallen behind and are like, there is no way in hell I'm going to reach this goal, I don't even know why I'm here anymore, you are unauthorized to stop. This is not an opportunity to throw in the towel because you've fallen so far behind, because don't forget, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And a huge part of this course is retraining your habits so that you become the kind of person who lives the kind of life that you desire to live. So if you have fallen off the track and if your goal is truly unreachable at this point, reset the goal, pare it back and figure out, okay, this is week 6. I only have a few weeks left. What can I reasonably accomplish that is still outside of my comfort zone and is still going to make me be so psyched? But how can I restructure this goal so that I can actually achieve it instead of feel like a big fat loser for dropping the ball? Because a lot of times what happens is we let our, when we have dropped the ball somehow, we spend a lot of time feeling like crap and degrading ourselves and, sinking down into this lousy energy about who we are and what we're capable of and how we are. That's just another procrastination tool. It's a very creative one. If we spent all that time actually rolling up our sleeves and getting back to work, think of how far you could get, right? So I want you to get into this habit of doing that and really go for it in a serious way and get back on that train. Sorry, I got distracted by that loud truck. Okay, but seriously, like those of you who have fallen behind, take this as an opportunity to become the kind of person who is in the present moment, who's like, fell behind, great. What do I got to do right now? This is my present, my future awaits. Here's my new goal. I am going for it, balls to the wall, hell-bent for glory. Then you are going to, on your goal boost sheet, I have revised the original goal breakdown sheet, and you're just going to fill it out now for wherever you're at. So if you've restructured your goal, just write in the new goal and then do the to-do breakdown on this sheet so that you know exactly what you got to do every day to achieve the new goal. Then I want you to sit down and figure out what's working for you. The really cool thing about this is you already have some traction. You've already tested out some things. So now you're clearer on the things that you're doing that are actually helping you reach your goal. So I want you to write those down and get clear on them and keep doing them. And then I want you to get clear on the things that are not so helpful in you reaching your goal. Who are you hanging out with that's sort of a sad sack who's dragging you down? Or is the internet getting in your way? Would it be helpful to turn that off perhaps? What beliefs are you dragging around? What do you keep hearing yourself saying over and over that is not helpful? So write those down too. And then make a commitment right now in this moment to change that and to lift yourself up. And again, to refer to your high vibe sheet and to get back into the game and to really believe that like, okay, I'm doing it right now. Like it is, I am just like balls to the wall, hell bent for glory. And I'm doing whatever it takes right now to do this. Then I want you to make a list of all of the risks that you could take that would really knock it out of the park for you. Because this is the thing. We really are in control and we really do know what we need to do. It's whether we're willing to do it or not. That's really what it usually comes down to. It usually doesn't come down to not having clarity or not having the opportunities or not really knowing what we're doing or being stuck. It's that we're not willing to do the scary thing. So I want you to get mighty clear on some scary things that would massively push you forward. What person could you call that you're scared to call because you're afraid they're going to reject you or they won't have time or they're going to find you annoying? Who could you call that could really hook you up? How many people are there like that in your world that you're like, nah? Write those people down. And if you need money, like, could you take out a loan? Could you ask somebody to loan it to you? Or could you put it on your credit card? Like, what would really stretch you and get you the money that you need to achieve this goal so you could really, really go for it? You know, it's these kinds of things. It's not about, it really isn't about not having it. It's about what are you willing to do? How tenacious are you willing to be? And then I want you to decide. I would really like to see you do this every single day, just for the end of this program. Every single day, do one thing that just scares the crap out of you that would totally move you in the direction of your goal and just see how it goes. I mean, think about what your life would be like if this became a habit. If you got that hit in your gut, you're like, I know what I have to do. And you're like, damn, I know what I have to do. And you make yourself go do it because you know it's the right thing, even though it scares you. So do something scary every single day for the rest of this program. And I promise you, if you really do this, you will find yourself living in a brand new reality. Okay? So get back in the game. Throw this log in the fire under your ass. Get excited. Like, this is, we still got time left, you know? Really, really go for it. Use the rest of this program. Prove to yourself what you can accomplish. Shift your reality and go for it like the badass that I know you are.